Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Brownie from the Young Zings, and it's V-Jump time. So it's that special time of the year around the 21st of every month that the V-Jump comes out in Japan, where we find out brand new cards from the upcoming sets in Japan. The first set we're going to be looking at is Shining Victories, which comes out in May for the US and for the TCG. This is the first time I'm actually seeing all these cards. I'm a little late to the party. I was gone all this week. So didn't have a chance to look at these cards, so you're going to get a live reaction. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, blue eyes stuff. Okay. Guard with Eyes of Blue. Light Spellcaster Tuner, level 1, 800, 1300. Can only use the second effect once per turn. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 1 Light Tuner from your hand. That's right. You can target one effect monster you control, send that monster to the graveyard. If you do, special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your hand. I'm kind of mad that the pictures are broken, but oh well. That's fine. I need to see some of the other cards in order to get an idea of his role in the deck, so let's kind of move on. Okay, we got the Sage Knight with Eyes of Blue. Light Spellcaster, level 1 tuner, just like, wow, level 1 tuner, that's actually pretty cool. They're all level 1 tuners? That would be nice, actually. You can only use the second effect of Sage Knight with Eyes of Blue once per turn. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon. You can add one level 1 light level 1 tuner from your deck to your hand, except Sage Knight with Eyes of Blue. Okay, you can discard this card and target one effect monster you control. Send that monster to the graveyard. And if you use special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your deck, that's pretty good. This second effect is pretty good, and that first effect is also pretty good as well. With the second effect, you can summon any Blue Eyes monster. I think you can just summon Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, but I have no idea. I can't remember if his effect he can only be summoned by his own effect, which is kind of I'm not entirely sure about that. But both these are pretty interesting cards. Got to see how the rest of this archetype rolls out. I like how they're all level 1 tuners. I don't know. It's just some kind of cool about that. Again, I wish I could see the artwork, but I guess the pictures are broken right now. Okay. We got the White Spirit Dragon. I have a Light Dragon level 8, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. The Dark Magician sets and Odd Eyes and Stardust. You always treat this card as a Blue Eyes card. When this card is treated as a normal summon when it's in the hand or graveyard. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and banish it. Wow. During either player's turn, if your opponent controls a monster, you can tribute this card, special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. That's pretty good. Level 8, the attack's kind of low, but the second effect's pretty nuts. So it's always Blue Eyes. You can summon it from the deck with this card, and then banish one of their cards. Holy crap. Spell trap cards, but you can banish pendulums, which is pretty good. If they're in the pendulum scale, that's pretty nice. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, a synchro monster. That's really nuts, actually. Again, like the nostalgia support. First you had the Red Eyes, then you had Buster Bladers, and now we're moving on to Blue Eyes. Light, level 9 Dragon Synchro Monster, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner Blue Eyes monsters. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Pendulum monsters? Wow, no pendulums for you, dude. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a card effect activates in the graveyard, you can negate that activation. During either player's turn, you can tribute this synchro summoned monster, this synchro summoned card, special summon one light dragon type synchro monster from your extra deck in face up defense position, except Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, but it is destroyed during the end phase of this turn. Holy crap, that is so good. The second effect, first of all, is kind of nuts because okay, they're trying to make all this nostalgia support. I remember the notes with Buster Blader. They're trying to make it kind of stun-based. The Red Eyes support, it wasn't that good because it didn't have the power as meta decks. So that's why they made Buster Blader like a little more stun-oriented, and that's why it looks like what they're doing with the Blue Eyes support as well. They kind of make it sort of into a stun deck, which is kind of interesting. So the first effect hates on pendulums, and the second effect hates on other not pendulum decks. That's pretty good. That's kind of free. And then the last effect, I can't really think of what it summons besides Azure Eyes, because obviously you can summon Azure Eyes from the deck, but I'm sure there are lots of light dragon synchro monster. That's a lot. So you can summon Light End Dragon, Clearings of Wind. I think Moonlight's a light. That's pretty good. So any light dragon type synchro monster, that's pretty good. That's really, really good, actually. Let's kind of see how that goes out. And that's during other players' turn. So if I'm not mistaken, you can summon Moonlight. I'm pretty sure Moonlight's a light. You can tribute this card during your opponent's turn, and then summon Moonlight, and then bounce one of their cards. It's pretty good, actually. Um, that's pretty nice. It doesn't have the attack stats on him though. I wonder why. I guess I don't know. Might have been obscured in the picture. Okay, now moving on to the DDD Pendulum structure deck. They're reprinting Dark Contract. We don't know when we're getting the structure deck right now, unfortunately. And I kind of know how this deck kind of runs, so that's kind of nice. We have DDD Curse Blood King Siegfried, a Dark Fiend synchro effect. Level 8, 2800 attack, 2200 defense, one or more non-tuner DD monsters with a tuner monster. You can only use the first effect once per turn. During either player's turn, you can target one face-up spell or trap card, negates effects until the next standby phase. That's pretty good. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, gain 1,000 life points for each Dark Contract you control. That's all right. The level's pretty good. It's been a while since I played DDs. This main synchro, the main tuner is Dark Night Howling. It's really easy to summon the Alexander, who's a level 7 with it. So it makes the level kind of gimmicky. It's kind of strange with this card. So I wonder if they get another tuner in order to make this card more viable. And now we're getting DD Orthos. Level 4 Dark Fiend Pendulum Tuner. Okay, now here's a tuner. Level 4 tuner. Level 4 Pendulum Tuner, that's pretty good. Low attack, 1800 defense, which is pretty big. Once per turn, you can target one spell or trap card on the field, and one DD or Dark Contract card you control other than this card, destroy them. That's pretty good. Monster effects, when you take damage, you can spell summon this card from your hand, just like with DD Leonidas. And after you spell summon this card, you cannot spell summon monsters for the rest of the turn except fiend types. Again, this card's actually kind of abusable in the fact that Pendulum's tuner monsters are kind of broken in the fact that you can just keep synchro summoning with them. Like, once you synchro summon it, they go to the extra deck and you summon it back next turn and synchro summon again. That's why they made Zefroxy a little more balanced. The Zefroxy, the Zephyra, it goes back to the deck. If it's not used with the Zephyra, it's sent back to the deck. Or I think it's just whenever you use its effect to make it a tuner, it goes back to the deck. So they don't do that with this guy. But you can only summon fiends if you Pendulum summon him, which is kind of rough. It's pretty good. Obviously, you use to summon this card. And I think it actually makes this card a lot more viable. Let's move on. DD Lamia, a level 1 Dark Fiend type tuner, another tuner. Again, low attack, 1900 defense. Wow. Can only use its effect once per turn. This card in your hand or graveyard, you can send one DD or Dark Contract card other than DD Lamia from your hand or face up on your side of the field to the graveyard, and special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. That's pretty good, actually. You can do some pretty nice combos, and you can also get rid of Dark Contracts that are killing you on your field. Again, I want to see what the rest of the support is. That's pretty good. DD Rebuild, continuous trap. First effect is Dark Contract cards you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. That's really good. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target up to 3 of your banished DD cards other than this card to shuffle them to the deck. That's alright. How do they get banished, though, is how I'm wondering. I can't think of any way in the deck itself that these cards get banished. Maybe it's been too long, but I can't think of any way these cards are banished. Dark Contract with the Yami Makai. Cool. That works, man. Continuous spell. You can only use the first effective Dark Contract with Yamikai once per turn. Activate one of these effects. Target one DD Pendulum monster in your graveyard. Place that monster in your Pendulum zone. Dang, that's really good. That's really good. Place one face-up DD Pendulum monster from your extra deck in your Pendulum zone. During your standby phase, take 1,000, just like the other Dark Contracts. That's pretty good. That's actually broken because problem with DDs is they don't have like a scout, or like they don't have a really efficient way to like make their scales. This card allows you to like use kind of DDs that you're not really using as your scale. So like if you synchro summon with a guy, like say you synchro summon with one of the tuners, you can just throw this guy as your scale 3 in with using this card just kind of for free. That's kind of dumb actually. That's really good though. Millennium Pack. No idea when we're getting this. No announcements in the future that have been indicating these cards coming out. The Winged Dragon of Ra, God Phoenix. A Divine. Oh, getting more Divines. Level 10, 4,000 attack and 4,000 defense. Cannot be normal summoned nor set. Must be special summoned by its own effect and by no other ways. When the Winged Dragon of Ra is sent from the field to your graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this effect's activation. This card is unaffected by other card effects. You can pay 1,000 life points, send one monster on the field to the graveyard. During the end phase, send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode from your deck, hand, or graveyard, ignoring summoning condition. Wow, that's interesting. Kind of. Maybe they're trying to make this into a whole deck, but that's cool. That's cool. I bet it has some sort of God Phoenix cool picture that I can't see, which is kind of upsetting, but oh well. Holding Legs. Dark level 4 Fiend type effect monster. When this card is summoned, return all set spell and trap cards on the field to the hand. Well, that's pretty good. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one set spell or trap card your opponent controls. It cannot be activated until your opponent's next turn. Both those effects are pretty good. This card's kind of like Denko Sekka, but with really low attack. Denko Sekka just makes so it freezes all your opponent's cards. This card returns them all to the hand, all the set ones to the hand, which is kind of good, but the second effect is pretty good, so you can make any set spell trap card they control. It can't be activated to their next turn. That's kind of interesting. I don't know, I can't really think of any major applications off the top of my head, but that's kind of cool. Holding Arms. Dark level 4 Fiend. This card is normal or special summon. Oh, this guy just says summon. It doesn't say normal or special. That's pretty cool. When this card is normal summoned or special summoned, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. While this card is face-up on the field, that target cannot attack. Also, its effects are negated. While that target targeted by this card's first effect is face-up on the field, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Wow, that's a strange effect. So, hold on. It picks a guy, and it says that guy can't attack, and its effects are negated. And because of that, while that card's on the field, this card can't be killed. That's interesting. Both these guys are very generic, but they're very interesting. Again, I can't think of any wild applications off the top of my head, but I mean, level 4, that's pretty good. And these effects aren't that bad. They're just kind of, I just can't really. They're not like so game breaking, but they're interesting. True Name spell card. Once per turn, declare one card name. Activate the top card of your deck, and if it's the declared card, add it to your hand. Then you can take one divine monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. Are you serious? What? That's so good. Wait. So if you call it right, you can just summon a divine monster from anywhere. I wonder if you can, if it's a card like Harpy Lady, where like I know like with Harpy Lady 1, you could say like, oh, it's always treated as Harpy Lady. If you can activate this card and call Harpy Lady, and if you reveal Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady 1, 2, 3, they're all the same name. And you can just add a divine. You can just spell summon a freaking god card from your deck. That's really, really good. I don't think you can summon Sphere Mode because he can only be special summoned by his effect. Because notice how this card doesn't say it ignores the summoning conditions. Because I know that the God Phoenix said that it had summoning conditions that I had to ignore. So again, I have to read up in the latest card text for the God cards. But it's been a while. But I think that's really, really good. That's really cool. More cards from the movie. Nothing. We got the February V-Jump promo. Okay. Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. A Light Dragon Fusion. Effect level 10. It requires Blue Eyes White Dragon plus Blue Eyes White Dragon. So it's just like Blue Eyes Ultimate except with just 2 Blue Eyes. Must be fusion summoned or special summoned by sending the above cards from your monster zone to the graveyard. By not using polymerization, so that contact fusion. And can't be summoned by other ways. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Can make 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. And if it attacks the opponent's monster, but the opponent's monster was not destroyed, um, whoa. So if it attacks that monster, if it's not destroyed, at the end of the damage step, you can banish that opponent's monster. So it's like when it attacks a monster and it doesn't die, it's like, no, you're staying dead. You're done, friend. That's pretty good. I wonder if they're gonna have more cards that can change the name of Blue Eyes, but that's pretty good. That's a lot better than Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. This thing can't be destroyed by battle. It can make 2 attacks on monsters. It has to be on monsters, which is kind of annoying. It's kind of like Rune Eye's Pendulum Dragon, where he can only attack monsters, which is kind of bad sometimes, but this card's pretty good. I kind of like it. Again, I like to see the picture, but oh well. Alright, so that's this first wave of V-Jump. Let's go and move on to the second one. I'm gonna make a separate video for this one, so leave an annotation. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and go ahead and watch the next video. Thanks, guys.